Thank you. My name is Ibrahim Nyei. I'm the Deputy Minister for International Cooperation and Economic Integration at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Liberia.
Thank you very much. And we understand that you are here in Denmark representing Liberia, but also here for the first time. We are very keen to know if this have lived up to your expectations so far, this summit, and also meeting our minister.
Oh yes, it's quite an edifying conference, very insightful presentations and engaging and productive discussions with ministers of the Nordic country and also ministers of African countries. And we are having several bilaterals and we are having plenary discussions where we are teasing out issues that challenge our development and looking for opportunities to deepen our collaboration between Northern and African countries on key issues like green economy, energy transition, job creation, investment and trade. And the most important thing, what is very fascinating about these deliberations is that everyone is saying that the future is trade and investment and not aid. If we're still going to do aid, we must do aid with the aim of sustainability and continuity in terms of investment. So aid must come as a way of building capacity to promote investment, not just giving aid and turning your back. Yeah. So this is the new direction, and this direction is the future.
Thank you very much for that. And I was actually about to ask you about your priorities. The priorities of the summit have been what you said, the green transition, the investment, the collaboration, and also the aid maybe a bit. But in the eyes or from the perspective of Liberia, what is your key 3 challenges? Is that the same?
Oh yes, very much, very much. Our president has defined a clear agenda which focuses on agriculture, rule of law, tourism, and education, healthcare. So if you look at this is an agenda on human capital development and economic development, agriculture and tourism for economic development, health and education for human capital development, and rule of law laying the foundation, the system and the regulation to allow human capital and financial and economic capitals to thrive. And this conference actually aligns with these priorities because what we are discussing here is about promoting trade, is about promoting economic development and deepening collaboration on these issues. And so the theme on investment and trade here is the best I think I have attended in the last 2 months since I became the Deputy Minister.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And you have got some specific ways you think that the Nordics can actually contribute, and how could that be? I'm thinking very much about the economic development and the inclusiveness of that, and the agricultural that you also mentioned in respect of job creation.
Indeed. So we are exploring means of deepening collaboration on investment and having Nordic countries, Nordic companies to look into our direction in Liberia, to look into our productive sectors and sectors that have potential for growth. For instance, in agriculture, in energy and infrastructure, and in tourism, we have 40% of the reserve forest in the Upper Guinea coastline, that entire territory. The total forest areas in that territory, Liberia alone hosts 40%, and we have thousands of species that have already been documented in terms of both fauna and flora. And so that gives us a huge potential for ecotourism. And we also have a very long coastline of up to 350 miles long with very beautiful beaches. And so that also is inviting for tourism. And so we are encouraging investment in the tourism sector. We are encouraging investment in the energy sector. And today at the Business Forum, Nordic business representatives were there, and they talk about their major investments that they are doing in African countries. And we look forward to really tapping into the opportunities on a win-win basis, where they come in to look into our potential, and we look into their capital, what they are able to bring and what we are able to give. And it can be a partnership for the future.
Yeah, and then how is that then linked to create jobs for the youth? How is it integrated?
Well, we have since realized that only the private sector can create jobs. And we have a youth population of 70% of 5.2 million people. 70% are under 35. And that population has the energy, they have the determination, and they can constitute a huge labor force. All they need is the capacity and the opportunity. And so when we have businesses, we can be able to give them the necessary skills so that they provide the labor, the human capital to allow those businesses to grow. And also our labor condition, our labor laws are we have friendly labor law, they are considerate of investment, and so companies can come. We have very good laws on liberalization. Our economy is totally liberalized. We don't expropriate. We allow companies to transfer their profits. And again, our labor laws are very friendly for investment. And so who's going to benefit ultimately from these partnerships and investment will be the young people who are prepared and who are able to work. And our responsibility as a government, like our president have said, is to give the young people the capacity to contribute to this economy. As a matter of fact, just 2 days ago, he launched the 10,000 Young People Technology Program to give 10,000 young people the skill in the country over 6 months in basic technological areas, so that they are able to do coding, they are able to do website designs, they are able to do social marketing, social media marketing, and so forth. That is in preparation for this investment offensive that we are on.
Fantastic. It sounds very promising, and
Indeed.
I believe that Liberia need that to take off. But also another very interesting potential is the agriculture that we have seen young people turning away from, not being interested to be engaged in. And right now we have a world situation of the cocoa market, for instance, and I know that you have been also engaging in the small, but maybe you have some ideas of new sectors like the cocoa or any other in the agriculture, and how would you engage the youth in that?
So we are promoting cocoa and other cash crops as the future of our agricultural sector, because the era of rubber, the golden era of rubber is over. We think it is over. Prices are low, production is also low, there is now recycling, and so we think we need to now diversify in our agricultural sector, so we are looking into cocoa. Now we are only producing 10,000 tons a year, which is less than 1% of the global output of cocoa production, and so we are encouraging more investment in the sector, and the more we have investment in the sector, what is stopping young people from going into agriculture is the lack of capital. Agriculture requires more investment than hawking. And agriculture requires sustainable financing, it requires protection, it requires insurance, it requires security of investment. And most young people do not have that. So the government has a strategy of encouraging agro-processing and providing some financing for young people and cooperatives to produce various products in the agriculture sector, and then to give them the opportunities to market them. So we hope that this will bring some real relief to our agriculture sector and give more people the opportunity to participate in the future. Once we have the financing and we have the relevant infrastructure, the sector is going to boom. And our cocoa industry is growing. It's growing better than it was 10 years ago.
Fantastic. So thank you very much. I'm told that time is up.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Really.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I will catch you with you.
Yeah.
So
One argument you should remember is that Liberia is